is an open source tool for running and dealing with your server logs. And it's one of its coolest features, which is that you can put in extra sections. So this is a tool called AWStats. It's open source, it's written in Perl, and you can configure it so all the data is stored as XML, which is pretty nifty. And as you can see, it's got your standard web statistics, numbers of visitors, numbers of pages, numbers of hits, all that good stuff. What pages are getting viewed, so on and so forth. But what we've done with it is we've exploited something called the extra section, which lets you look at the query string for certain things and or do a report for a specific directory. So we've done a report here that's called website search, which looks at all of the search trends that are being put in sort of our quick search box on our site. And what we discovered is, of course, people put things they're actually looking for, like articles or books, in this box. And basically, let me go to the AWStats site. There's a whole nice set of documentation where they talk about how to do this, and it's really easy. The other thing we've done is we've segmented out our subject guides specifically, because the subject librarians were like, how many times is my guide getting hit? And they couldn't figure out how to read the other reports because it had the whole website in it. So this is nice because you can see that the health and interpersonal communication subject guide is getting hit the most this month. And then the last report we're running right now, and this looks like numbers because we haven't quite got it done, is we're capturing the query string from, we have a list of databases that are by subject, like anthropology, economics, engineering, so on and so forth. And the ID for that topic gets passed in the query string. And so that's what these numbers are. So whatever 16 is the database is the set of subject databases that's getting hit the most.
Can you move your web browser over in your window because it's getting cut off to the left?
Sure.
Thanks.
Ooh. Let's make it a little smaller. Is that better, guys?
Yeah.
The cool thing about AWStats is you can build as many of these custom reports as you want. And we've just started dabbling with it. And we're using, right now we're looking at just a month's worth of statistics, but we're using the last year's worth of statistics to kind of analyze what people are searching for on the site and to retool our site search engine and gear up to put an array search engine in place. So it's really helpful for us. And because the data is all stored in these XML files, you can also just query it and bring it back. So eventually, the nasty report with the numbers will be actually, say, anthropology or music or whatever it is. And basically how AWStats works is you feed it log files, and you can tell it when you want it to run. We have it set up to run every night. So every night at 1 in the morning, it goes through our log files, and it adds the new stats. And then at the end of the month, it knows, run the monthly stats. And at the end of the year, it knows, okay, run me a yearly report now. And it's great because you get all this tremendous data, and it's a nice little tool. And there's, if I could get to the site, on the extra sections page, there's a link out to another site that has scads and scads of information about how to configure it to look at what kind of RSS readers are coming into your site and all that kind of information. So I have like 20 seconds if there's questions.
Did you compare this with, I know we would use Urchin, did you compare it with Urchin at all?
I didn't. this is something I've been using for a long time and familiar with, and you get used to a certain tool and it does the job, and so keep on using it.
Yeah, okay.
But I haven't found something it won't do for me yet.